Hello, good morning everyone. So my name is Ardel Madraso. I'm the teacher blogger. Uh, Today I'm here at Far Eastern University. So I just arrived and then this place is called Freedom Park. So this is just very near the basketball court. And then to my right is actually the chapel. And then to my far back, that's the admin building. So again, every time I enter the campus premises, of course, who wouldn't want to do stretching and exercise with this kind of environment? So that's why I really love this place because it's really very conducive for students, teachers, to always start the day by maybe walking, contemplating, be it spiritual or physical. But since uh, being a teacher is not easy, especially when you start the day right away by uh, maybe checking papers and then encoding the scores of the students. So it's not easy because you would be experiencing tension at your back. So it's important that before anything else, first order of the day should be some sort of a stretching, right? So if your attire is like this, all you need to do is to unbutton, right? Unbutton your long sleeves. So this is how we do it. And then we're going to fold the sleeves. Okay? So there are two options. So if you wouldn't really wanna have a strenuous activity, maybe just try to have Tai Chi. So I do Paul Lam's Tai Chi. So that's lesson one. So that's very basic Tai Chi. Okay, I'll show you few basic moves that would somehow bring that circulation at your back. Okay. So let's start. So that's move one, then second. Okay, the third move is good for your back. So when you push back up, so that's for your back. Okay. So what I'm doing now is exercise for back pain. Then push to the neck. So that's it. That's basic Tai Chi move. Then you can start stretching already. The usual stretch. So usually basic stretching before that is breathing, right? Shoulders, stretch. Then my favorite one is the hip rotation. So this is really ah, it's really good. Hip rotation. Okay, so you can go as far as the feet, right? Conditioning, the knees. Okay, feet and all. Then maybe you can start walking, jogging. But for me, in order that I won't be that wet and sweaty, So, you will sweat, right? So, I'm avoiding really that feeling of being having to change your shirt. But, this activity is less physical strength. It's not really that strenuous. It's just like bringing back the circulation at your back. So let me talk about why. You could ask me, why did I uh, decide to teach in Far Eastern University? So why Far Eastern University? Actually, it's not really in the plan. Right? So after LaSalle, I went home. It's 2014, and then I started teaching in Zamboanga City, in Ateneo and Winsu. But there's really no plan of teaching here. So you might ask me, why did I choose Far Eastern University uh, to start the career actually last year? So the reason why I chose to stay here, I just went here for an interview, but I have not come up with a decision yet. You know why I'm here? I'll show you why. So this is the reason why I opted to stay. Because the very heart of Far Eastern University is the chapel. So for those of you who are thinking of, why am I not just going abroad, or why not just go home and be with my family? You know why? Because there's really uh, an underlying purpose why I'm here. It's because I am also consulting my Creator. So there's a blessing from God why I'm here. Because the first sign that I was blessed with was this one, the chapel. I entered here, and then since I'm a devotee of the Passion of the Station of the Cross, the wall, if you look at the wall, I'll show you. There's actually a painting. This was actually painted by Botong Francisco. Okay, so look at the wall. Okay, you see that? That's the wall. That's the passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus. So when I entered here, when I was reflecting and discerning, this painting really brought me to tears, because he was telling me that I'm not only doing this, all the sacrifices, I'm not only doing this for myself, for my glory, but I'm here for a purpose. Maybe this is part of my mission as a teacher, to be here with my students, and eventually, hopefully, my daughter will be with me here, and my wife. So there's more to personal glory. There's more to career. So this chapel, I think, is the heart of our Eastern University. So we may be having difficulties, no, times, trials in life. Okay. We may be experiencing difficulties or trials in life. So, in life, sometimes we experience a lot of trials, no? Even between husband and wife. So, it's not easy to really live a perfect life, no? My life is really not perfect. Uh, I'd come to the point that I really discern. So what really is the purpose of living? And I've reached that part where really things are not only about us. It's not only about you or me, but sometimes you need to sacrifice because God is telling you to do something else, something fruitful. So part of the sacrifice that I need, just like other fathers or daddies who are working far from their families, would be that's one, to sacrifice their family, but there's higher purpose to what they are sacrificing for. So not all daddies or fathers who are leaving their family are actually unfaithful. I may not be a perfect person. I may not be a perfect daddy, perfect individual, but I'm not a bad person. I'm not here to hurt people. So I'm actually here to because there's an underlying purpose to this. So maybe God is telling me something. Uh, God is telling me to always not only be focusing on myself. God has given me the talent to teach, to educate. That's why I thank my family, my wife and my daughter for being very supportive, and kind to me, for allowing me to do this. So this vlog, I dedicate this to my family, to my wife and daughter, for always being there, no matter what, despite my limitations as a person. They would always be there to protect me, to love me, and to support me. So this vlog, I'd like to dedicate this to my family, my wife there. So know that I'm always here working hard for both of you. I'm not only here to satisfy my cravings for freedom. It's not. I'm here because we have a higher goal. We have a mission to accomplish that God is giving us. And I hope together we will survive this. Together we will survive all the trials that come our way. Okay? So bye. See you later.